I'm delighted to introduce Kathy Craig, who is the manager of Hospice here. Welcome, Kathy.
Good morning, thank you.
We're glad to have you. Let's talk a little bit about what is going on in hospice. I know that it has certainly diminished a bit in size in terms of the enrollments. And of course, from a resident standpoint, that's a lovely thing.
It's very lovely.
We have to cheer that one on. From a staff standpoint, maybe not so lovely. Where do things stand with that? Are there any changes, Kathy, at this point?
We've been busy, actually. We've had patients coming in, and they're getting the care that they need from the team, doing a lot of end-of-life care with the families. A lot of lovely families out there that we get to meet and be part of their lives for a short period of time. So right now the census is about 10. Mm-hmm. So we are very busy. Referrals are coming in, and I thank everybody for that, because we do want to ensure that they get the care that they deserve in the end of life.
You know, Kathy, I think just a couple of sentences recap here in terms of the fact that it is Medicaid, Medicare provided, that it's one has the ability to for end of life to come home to your own apartment.
Yes.
Or Garden Ridge, whichever you would prefer.
Very much so.
That the hospice program is a Green Spring program.
Yes.
Which I think is just really a wonderful service for residents.
It is, because again, you have the full continuum of care here at Green Spring, from just day-to-day medical care, the other ancillary services. You have home health, home support for those that need extra assistance, and then of course end-of-life care. I mean, if somebody wants to live here, they want to stay here for their life, we do provide that service in case somebody is at the terminal stages and wants to be kept comfortable in their home setting, wherever it is, Garden Ridge, assisted living, memory care, or their own home. And the insurances, we accept Medicare, which is the primary insurance here on campus, but we also accept private insurances too, because a lot of the private insurances will mimic the Medicare benefit.
Yes. All right. Well, you have pointed out in the past that one of the advantages to having it be a Green Spring program is that the families can, interact with the staff at the drop of a hat, usually.
Yes.
And somebody is around 24 hours a day, aren't they?
Yes.
And 7 days a week.
7 days a week, there is a nurse on call, 24 hours a day. Either during weekday hours, I'm in the office. My nurses in between seeing patients are in the office. But myself and my office coordinator, who is also a nurse. So we are available during the day, and then after hours, I have a nurse on call. And families can call in for quick questions. The staff at Garden Ridge can call in for quick questions. But if there's something more emergent going on, they can say, hey, can you come over and see what's going on? And then after hours, the nurse is coming from their home setting and will meet the family and do an assessment, see if we need to change the plan of care to meet symptom needs, and then we leave. Because again, we want the environment in the home setting to be as normal as it can be. We want the familiar family members around to have their time with their loved one. It's the most important time, and they need to reap as much, as they can. Whether it's to say, I love you, whether it's to say, thank you for everything you've done for me. Some people need to make amends with others, and some people just want to be comfortable and have their cat, their dog, their familiar surroundings, and not have it seem like a hospital environment.
Yes.
Let me have the quality of care that I can, but let me be at home. Let me enjoy those last moments with my family, whether it's their individual family unit or their Green Spring family.
Well, nicely said. You said that your benevolent care, is it coordinator? was
Our
planning...
bereavement coordinator.
Bereavement coordinator. Thank you. I got my B's wrong. The bereavement coordinator was planning some seminars,
Yes.
workshops.
Yes, we were doing monthly grief groups, grief support where patients, loved ones can come and
Monthly.
yeah, we were doing that monthly, but my bereavement coordinator managed to get her hands on a bereavement program. It's a module series, and it's going to be a 10-week series. It's 5 modules over 10 weeks, so every other week it would be this built program starting from grief at its basic stages and working upwards to more complicated grief. But the program, she wants to do that during the summer and initiate that, so we expect to have her roll that out anywhere June to July. So,
All right. Now, who is this designed for specifically?
it is designed for loved ones, family members that are left behind after the death of
Or it's
their loved
after
ones.
the death? Not during
Not during.
hospice.
No, but the nice thing with the bereavement coordinator, whose name is Bonnie Raymond, if there is these pre-grief issues, because part of her role on hospice is when we admit a patient, she goes in and she assesses the family, the patient, and the whole unit for grief support, for their coping mechanisms, how are they dealing with this impending death. So her role is to help, the patient find meaning and value in their life because they're facing the fact that they're leaving soon. So we want to be able to help them to understand that, yes, my life was of value. I impacted people. I gave love. I worked hard. Whatever they did in their life and put meaning to it.
You have called it, I think, life review.
Yes. Yes. And it happens. I mean, we all, even us not being in a terminal stage of life, but just normal life changes, births, weddings, deaths, we go through a life review anyways.
Of course.
But then when somebody's facing death, I think they're trying to understand and leave a legacy to their loved ones. So we help them try to put meaning to that legacy. And then we also help the family members as a unit, the friend unit here at Green Spring, to be able to cope with the fact that their loved one is leaving. And so sometimes there's pre-grief issues we have to address. And then after a patient dies, we follow the family unit for another 13 months to try to ensure...
13 months? I had no idea.
And that is a period, it's a transition period where that loved one left behind has to figure out a new way of living without their loved one. But to carry that legacy that person left forward. And how do I do that again? How do I get back into normal living? How do I get back into getting out and resuming my life with my friends here at Green Spring, my friends off campus? How do I get back to a normal way of living versus just kind of curling up and saying it's not worth it? Because all life is precious and we want everyone here to thrive.
Well, it certainly sounds like an interesting series. Has anything ever been offered like that before here?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know what the predecessors have done, but usually it's been a monthly support group that they can tie into here.
The monthly support group, I think, has been going on for a long time. But this sounds like a very interesting series. Kathy, you also mentioned the health fair.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the health fair because it's today.
Yes.
Today from 12 to 3 in the Hunters Crossing Conference Center.
Yes, so hospice, home health, and home support will have a table set up, and anyone please come by if you want to talk to us about hospice, We're going to be there to answer any questions that people have. We will have literature on the table regarding hospice care. Our brochure will be there. But also, I'm going to have some resources on the table about when do I get into hospice? When do I look toward comfort care as the preferred level of care?
All right, well, I think there certainly are many questions. All right, so is this a new brochure? I haven't.
No, it's the same trifold brochure.
Okay, I have seen one in the past, and it was excellent. I mean, it really
Yes.
lays it out, I think, quite
Very
clearly.
simple, very concise. Our mission is to ensure quality of life for those who are at end of life.
Well, Kathy, that's terrific, and we will look forward to seeing you downstairs.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, we're glad you came today. I think now we will turn to some announcements. In addition to the health fair, I also would like to put in a plug for the plays, which have been going all week and will continue going tomorrow night and Saturday, tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. So the health fair today, the plays Friday and Saturday. All right.